Programs and services that can change a person's life forever.
Hello, 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 hello. Welcome to the live show. How's things with you this evening or good morning? I'm really butcher that if I say that name. So, how about if I just call you E? What's up, E? Welcome to the live channel. So, we're working on a vacuum unit for fumes for a welder because I do some random welding, mainly on right now on this. I'm making a fume extractor. So the fumes are going to come in this way and be caught in a filter here. And then what's left is going to come out here. So I know it pulls in the vacuum. I assume the yeah, I'm just doing plug welds on it, and yeah, well, they're going all right. You know what I'm saying? It was always fun to do them. Uh, Fumes. Yep, yep, fumes. I'm not looking at the camera. I'm looking at a bigger thing so I can see bigger because to read on the phone it's kind of small. So if I'm looking like that way back and forth, it's because I'm trying to get you in the picture and then read my monitor over here that has it in bigger letters. You know what I'm saying? So it's for a glow house. No, it's not for a glow. What's a glow house, anyways? Grow house? It's a grow house. No, it's not for that. No, it's just for welding because when I'm welding, uh, who does? Who does? Um, so I started building this because uh, the ones that I see for sale look pretty rough looking, and they look like they need repair. And it looks like to me that I don't think I can find parts for them, to be honest with you, because they look like they're like over 30 years old, maybe even older than that. You know what I mean? Um, yeah, and it's it'll pull a vacuum in. I mean, because I can put a filter in front of it, and she pulls the filter right to the thing. So I know she's gonna do something. Um, and that's better than nothing. You know what I'm saying? Because all the only thing is sucking fumes in right now is me. And was it 2 weeks ago? I got done welding the frame on my son's trailer over here. I can swing you around and show you that. Um, for his gate, and it was like over 2 weeks that my whole sinuses just were terrible. They're like, well, why don't you wear a mask? Well, I wore these masks before on my face, and well, I tried to do videos talking to you guys, and they do that too. So I'm saying, no matter how much you pay for them, they do that. And I've had them on my like this before, and some or other the fumes get around it. I don't know how they can, but I've like it's hard to talk to you and then breathe at the same time. And is this mega welding? I don't know, mega welding. It's just a small one for like when I'm doing some stuff. Like I mean, I let me show you around here. I did this gate for my boy and putting all new suspensions or whatever you want to call it, the up thing. These are all new. I use the old. I mean, I don't think I did too bad of welding. I mean, that's a little rough, but and then I put the mesh back on because we don't throw nothing away here at here. So this thing's like 10 tons now, and it's like 10 tons. It was 3/16 that I put on there, but and I flipped that over so I could bend it the other way. But this thing was like majorly bent, majorly bent. But it'll do its good. It'll do what we need it to do. It's just bring stuff up the ramp. You know what I'm saying? So yeah. Yeah, that's MIG. Yeah, that's what I was using, the MIG welder over there. Yeah, it's 211. 211. I've had it now about 8 years now. I've had it, maybe 9. And it's no problems with it. I actually got a longer stinger for it because I was like moving it. I like it because it's portable, and then I can move it. So I got a big cord from the wall over to the that wall, and then it's hung up, and then I can just take it outside the garage. I got this summertime. I got a truck out here that I cut half the floor out of it, and got another hunk of floor from another truck, and so I've been lining that all up. But we got snow because I'm up in Michigan, so who's Doc? Who's Doc? I don't see no Doc. Yeah, I don't see a Doc. I think I'm. What's my occupation right now? I drive shuttle bus. Did 15 years of working on automobiles, mainly used stuff. So I did the GM, I did my Ford experience, and my Chrysler experience of it, used stuff. Did a little bit of foreign stuff, mainly just light stuff, other than like swapping engines and stuff like that. But right now, at my age, I'm doing YouTube videos and doing my own little car stuff and wait for retirement. So if it's still going to be there when we get there. Did I answer all the questions? Huh? I, it's just bigger. It's bigger at when it's on the TV. I know. Well, it's because YouTube doesn't push it. YouTube doesn't push it at all, so you probably won't. Never will see it. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Then I got another channel that's called Don's Garage, which is there's about 4 Don's Garages right now on there. So I'd like to tell you what it looks like, but haven't did anything on there like in a month or something. Yeah, and like I said, my YouTube channel is like 73 SUPERGLIDE. So unless you were looking into motorcycles, unless you got motorcycles and you're looking into motorcycle, you never see me because that's what people ask me. That's like, oh, what's your channel name? And I say, well, 73 SUPERGLIDE, just like that. But except for it's backwards. And they go, so they type that in. They're like, I don't, where you at? I don't see you. And they just keep scrolling and scrolling and scrolling. And then they finally come up on the motorcycle I had. And then I tell them to click on the motorcycle one, and then you'll see the rest of my videos. Oh, you're talking about my other channels? My other videos? I'm not sure what you're. Or are you talking about this thing here? If you're talking about my channel, then that's available. You just got to click it in and find it. If that's what you're asking. I'm not sure. I'm not sure what you're asking. I think that's what you're asking, but then I'm not sure if that's what you're asking. Yep, exactly. Miller makes it, and it comes down like this. It comes around the sides, and goes to a machine. Did you happen to check what that kind costs? Huh? Check it out. Once in a while, they show up on Marketplace. Used. Google in the Google machine right now and say, Miller. Just what you said. Oh, well, used ones are going for $3,500, and then when I went to get my some parts for Lincoln, I was talking to the guy about it. He says, "Oh yeah, about, I think they're about $4,500, and they're kind of bulky because it comes down around like this, and then the fumigator thing is like a little vacuum you're pulling. So you're paying that kind of money for a vacuum with so I don't know to tote something around for that kind of money that will probably won't last very long. Really, it's probably the reason why that one on Marketplace for $3,500 was probably didn't. It was a pain in the, backside. Yeah, they are. I mean, the the one that looked that I wanted to like take a picture of one, used one. It's a big unit. It's bigger than this. The one that shows it's this is the one that's on Marketplace right now in my area. Well, in my state, I was. I don't know if you can see how long this one is. Okay, so this is 30 inches by 30 inches, and I don't know, 24 inches tall. I think it was. It was this long. So you got another foot on that. I mean, this is by a picture. Of course, it's by a picture that you're seeing. Um, when it was new, I bet when it was new, it was the cat's meow. You know, but being used, it's been abused. You know what I'm saying? It's been abused. Um, yeah, they wanted $350 for it. This is I got no money. I got I don't. This is all scrap. This is scrap metal. The only thing I got is my time into it. The blower unit's out of a furnace. So that's why there's some other units on YouTube that people have done that look similar to this. It probably could be that you could probably say, well, it's the same thing. Okay. Uh, but when the blower goes out and the motor goes out, I can fix it. I can get the parts because I built it. Um, when I buy the if I go buy this one for $350 and say, wow, it's great, and whatever, until I get it home, and then all of a sudden I'm starting to use it and it just doesn't have much vacuum. That's why they sold it, and the motor's wore out, and so now I got to find a motor for it. I don't know. I want to say, guessing. I didn't look into what it was, but it had a motor on stand about this tall and about that big around on it. So we're looking like it I could be a 220 4 not 220, but it could be an industrial one because I don't think it'd be on. I don't. I don't think it's a three-phase motor. You know what I'm saying? So you'd have to have something special. But I got just 220 in here because that's what that one runs on. It could use can use it. You can use it on 110 or 220. But well, who would do 110 in the first place? But some people do because they don't have 220 available to them. And 220 is just two 110s together. It's 220. But anyways, I got nothing in it. This is bed frame. Everybody can get bed frames. Everybody throws them on the curb. You know what I'm saying? You can go down to the subdivision and there's bed frames laying around. All right. So now you got the box. The tin. This tin I'm putting on here. The tin I'm putting on. Somebody threw the elf unit on the curb. So I cut her all up. So now I got all that. That's what I'm putting on the outside. The wheels was on some benches somebody threw to the curb. So I got wheels for it. So the only thing I got in is just my time and the welding wires. All I got. How many bed frames do I have here? I think it was like, slice pieces. It was probably 8 maybe to cut it down, 3 by 3. And then I'm putting braces in the sides because if I don't put braces in the sides, when it starts to do starts to pull a vacuum, it's going to do the tin can effect. You know what I'm talking about by that, right? Yeah, I found some of these bed frames are kind of weird. They're weird metal. They don't like to weld very good. I don't know if you experienced that or not. But these ones are doing okay. I'm not sure why them other ones are spring steel are supposed to be. I think that's the right wording. They call them spring steel. Yeah, I don't profess to say that I'm a steel expert, but the bed iron and I've welded some up before, and they don't some of them don't like to be welded together. They're not galvanized now. I've not seen any. Um, I've not seen any bed frames galvanized, but I'm sure they're out there available. I mean, high end people would probably have money's no object for them, so I would imagine that they could use that. Yeah, galvanized not the stuff you want to breathe in. Oh, I'm fine. I don't. What else? I'm just gonna do this for an hour, and if I get some of it done, and then I just move on and go to. Then I just go back up to the house and relax for the evening. So I had a nice conversation with you. Like I said, I want to say I was starting out to spend into a month and a half of putzing around down here. So now I finally got decent Wi-Fi down here. So, and the only reason why I have the monitor because um, I don't know, because I want to make sure that the pictures quality is halfway decent, and you know, I mean, any better than that. It's taking a while to get to it. See, said time delay on that. A lot, long delay. So it was nice talking to you. Um, I don't mind asking questions. I know that I've had some questions before on something, and I don't know if it's a no, it's a double garage. I had a big pole barn, big when we moved up out of the city. I built this great big huge pole barn, 60 by 48 and 12-foot ceilings, and then I was gonna like what do you call that thing when you take it and like put a building inside of a building? Put a building inside of a building. But then I was kind of like now I found out that I was in a subdivision association, and then all of a sudden now it's so that was my dream garage, and it would have been nice to not have it there, but you live and learn. You just tell other people, just verify exactly what the story is before you when you move into a chunk of property, especially outside of us outside of a little town, because they lie to you like they lie and lie and lie to you until you get the sign on the bottom line, and then everything changes. I've heard it before. I've heard that before. I've heard that before. But, of course, it's after I've already bought property. But we use the mega. I mean, the size of the house was a stick built house was the same size as the worst hobbies. I just retracted what you just said. The worst hobby is this or something. I'm not sure. The worst hobbies in this. I'm not sure what that means because I text stuff like that too. the worst hobbies in this. Oh, there's yeah. Well, I mean, you can have whatever you want to do. I mean, so it's totally up to you what you want to do. It's your life. You can make stuff and build stuff, and that's fine. Well, if you follow me long enough, you'll find the same thing because I do. That's why I'm like trying to figure out what you're trying to say because sometimes I don't read it right. Read it right, right, right. Read it. You're all good with me. I was just trying to say I got all kinds of different hobbies and stuff, but I'm not a hunter. I'd go out in the woods and watch the animals run around. They come through here sometimes on the property, but um, subscribe while you're there. Like I said, we're here on like every other day. Tomorrow won't be on because we're doing our Christmas thing. Well, Happy New Year to you if I don't see you again. And I was trying to figure out how it's. I was trying to figure out how. Yeah, somebody called you Doc. That doesn't look like a Doc to me. It look more like a. I just don't know. I just don't know. That's if to check out my channel. That's, I don't. I didn't. I'm not pushing myself to get all of these, make a channel kind of thing. So that and YouTube pushes whoever makes the most money. That's what they're all about. So a lot of people are watching this certain mouse channel, trapping mouses. Everybody's watching it. That's what they're into. That's what they're push. So it's called. There's a name for it that they keep talking about. A lot of bigger channels will talk about. Yeah, well, F YouTube and all they want to do is this rhythm. That's what it is. The rhythm. I don't know. I got a job and I do this for hobbies for fun and I do all kinds of different stuff that I'll get to as soon as I get done with this. And yep, stop in, check it out, see if you like what I'm doing, and if you don't like what I'm doing, then do like a lot of people do. They just stop by and look and see what I'm doing, and then they move on. Nice talking to you. All right, so we welded that. Welded that. I got 2 more braces I got to put in over there. I already cut them. I did that before I started the camera. Because once you start the camera, then people want to talk to you, and I don't have a problem. Okay. So, anyways, once you start the camera, I don't mind answering questions or whatever, because I'm only going to be on. I'm only going to be on for so long, and it averages like an hour and a half. I mean, the last one was like an hour and a half, and people watched and commented, and then they moved on, which is I'm good with that. No big deal. That's what you want to do. Is you just want to stop by and ask me some questions, and I'm all good. All right. Oh, head gets in the road. I don't know how well I need to weld these on. And really weld these on. I could really weld these guys on, but I don't think I really have to. Because they're just, they're just kind of, just to keep the tank, they're just trying to keep the can, the sides from doing a rattle thing when I turn it on. When I start pulling a vacuum it. Said I got to drill holes in the sides to finish the plug welds. So unfortunately, I still got to drill some holes down the side of it. So yeah, we'll get some of it done, huh? But said I got 2 braces in. I got to put a brace here. I didn't bring any more of that in, so it's gonna do when I was out there, and I did not do it. Let's bring some more of that in before it got dark. All right. What's the other thing I was going to do tonight? And I don't like making these things drag out because people lose. They just lose the. They get bored quick. Like I'm almost bored myself. It's taking so long. But I already have a lot of those projects, half finished projects. You can just ask the manager here. He was just yelling at me about finishing up 2 other projects I got half started. And told him I need to do this because he's going to get me on another welding project, and I won't have anything to suck the fumes in. So I am not aware. I'm not aware if you knew what it looks like or not. So the fumes are going to go this way into this unit here, and then they're going to exit over here. So I'm not sure if you just tuned in or not. So I do have some people come back, but they never comment. So I don't know if they ever. They don't even, you know what I'm saying? So I wish the unit wasn't so big in there, but it is. It's just it's a little big than I want it. But and you're like, hey. So here's how big the filter is. that goes in there. And so when the filter's in where it needs to be, I only got a little bit on the end. I only got 4 inches or so. I got 5 inches. 5 inches of extra length. So that, I probably, if I wanted to spend money on filters, I probably could make it smaller. But these are furnace filters from the house, so we change them out periodically, whatever that word is that I'm not being able to say today. When we change them out, we change them out. Yeah. So I need to cut some holes in the this metal. So that doesn't take a whole lot of, it doesn't make a whole lot of noise, but I can do that on the end of this board. Why don't I have a bench? Because my benches are all full of something. My benches are all full of something. So I use a barrel, and I'm thinking to myself, well, let's see. What would a person do? What would a person do that's building something that doesn't have a whole lot of money? Well, he might get a piece of plywood. He might find a barrel because both of them are cheap. So, again, I'm trying to do what maybe somebody that is trying to build something without, then they have a limited budget. They don't even have enough money for a budget. So, yeah. So, a barrel and right. So that's what I'm trying to say is that's why I do the things I do is because people just don't have money for stuff. And so still there's certain tools I have to buy but like I said, I buy them on Marketplace because you always seem to get a better deal if you buy them secondhand. I mean, unless they're beat up, which people beat stuff up. They surely do, and that's Marketplace. I mean, I just got that. I've had one that's used to buy this. This is Harbor Freight's hole puncher, and I wanted one for quite a while, and this gave me a perfect opportunity. Some people don't have this. You can just use a drill. I did the bottom. I used a drill, and my arm was about ready to fall off using a drill. So these are from a cabinet. I got like a cabinet I'm still using over there. They started to cut apart. And it looks like it's like a perfect shelf for putting your junk on. like I got in here now. I don't think I repurposed everything. That shelf there, that thing has got 2 boards on it that holds everything up. It's a table saw base. Now that one over there, guess what that is? It's white. That's a freezer base. Yep. Look over here. That's what I'm using for the TV for the monitor. Guess what that is? It's a refrigerator. It's empty. We scrapped everything out. We're just using the base for something to use until I find something to work. That's my hope. Repurpose everything you can, because I don't know where we're going as a nation with just don't know where we're going in the nation. Price everything's just going out of world. So I just this thing has two things. It has a hole on one side and a flange. I call it like an offset metal on the other side. So that's the hole side here where my hand's at, and the other side's a flange side. So it offsets it. I might have done it probably the wrong direction, but that doesn't really matter because no one's going to tell anybody, are they? No one's going to tell anybody that I did that the wrong direction, right? So now I got a spot weld up. I have to flip it over. Just as long as I do the second one the right way, then I'm okay, right? Just as long as I do the second one the right way. I don't know who would cut this metal. Cut it crooked. Who would that be? Huh? Who would do that? Couldn't have been me, right? So I plasma cutted these all off. And because we wanted to get rid of the rest of the metal, so I was kind of in a hurry the other day to do that. So now I got to try to get it. You guys can't see down there. Why don't you holler at me and tell me you couldn't see? So now I got to get my overlap right. This is where it counts. This is where the rubber hits the road, right? Yeah, with live stuff, you got to kind of like try to cover up your mistakes, but you can't do it. It's impossible to cover up your mistakes on live stuff. So, All right, we got 7 minutes left, guys. 7 minutes. I'm gonna try to keep this at an hour. I know that you guys you might have just tuned in and said, "Hey, hey, hey!" I didn't see it any more than that, but I said I'll stop where I'm at and I won't continue on until I do another live. So you won't miss out on a minute. You can also, you can give me. You can also, So, anyways, I'll take and listen to your guys's input and like, hey, I would do it this way, but it doesn't mean that I'm going to do it that way. You know what I'm saying? I listen to. I talk to a lot of people before I make a decision to do something, and then I usually don't listen to them, and I do my own way. Of course, we're men, and that's what we do. And that way, if something goes wrong, I can't blame you for it. We wouldn't do that, though, would we? Would we really blame somebody else for mess up? Unfortunately, we do. We do. All right, so I got a next event is to plasma cut this, and I'll bring you back for that because I don't know, because I'm going to bring you back for that because we're like 5 minutes, and it's going to take me a little bit longer to set that up. And so I got to buzz this guy off, and that one there needs holes and to be buzzed off too. So, all right, remind me where I left off. SUPERGLIDE is a Harley Davidson motorcycle. And if you look back, this is 10 years back, you'll see the motorcycle. Or better yet, when you type in 73 SUPERGLIDE, it'll show a whole bunch of motorcycles. But then you got to come to the one that looks like this, and you're like, huh? What? I mean, I can bring the screen up. It just shows a motor in a circle with a motor, and it shows that, and it says that underneath it. Okay, it's a motor, an engine of a motor circle, and well, you're already there. If you just clicked on this channel, you're already there. You're already at the thing. Now I have a Honda to work on too, but we haven't did that yet. And I got a right around that corner over there. Right around the corner, you might be able to see the back tire right there. That's the next thing I'm supposed to do. I'm supposed to put brakes on it. It's a Yamaha 175 that my boy picked up. So I got to get back on that once I get this thing done. But if I don't do this thing, the next time he has me welding up something, I'm going to suck some more fumes in. So I don't. Yeah. No, I see people that are on oxygen and tanks and all that kind of thing, and they're younger than I am. So if that tells you anything, I don't want to be on oxygen, and so sucking in garbage all the time, that like welding and all that, because that them tubes, welding them tubes all the way around, I sucked in a lot of fumes. All right, I guess I could cut you guys off 2 minutes early unless you had some sort of question you wanted to ask me. Any other question? Um, I don't know. Did I ask you where you're from? Did I ask you that? I tend to ask people because it's just interesting. Because then when I come back, then I go, "Oh, I remember that guy. He was from." It matters. And if you don't wanna, I get it. Fireblade. You can call me Don, or you can just call me 73, or you can call me. Some people even call me 73 Super. Some people call me Super G. Just don't call me late for dinner, because that's where I'm going now. After this, I'm going to eat. All right. Well, you have a good evening. Nice talking to you. Seriously, come on back. You're more than welcome. Ask me all the questions. When you got small, when you're small and you don't have a whole lot of people, you can answer questions like this. I talked to these other guys that had a big, they have like, what I say? Well, I got 1,500 questions asked to me. I can't answer those all, so they don't answer anything. You know what I'm saying? When you're small, you can answer questions, talk to people. That's what I like. That's what I want to be about. It's a small channel and be able to communicate with those people who watch and like my stuff, and maybe you can learn something. You can give me some comments, and maybe I can learn something too. So that's what we're all about. Peace out. Happy New Year. We'll see you again.